everybody, welcome back. YouTube.com/Geek Aloud for another Let's Install. Today, Pinball FX onto an Xbox Series X. This game is available free on, I think, every platform at this point. It just came out last week, I believe, and it is a mere, wait, that's that updating. I think from memory, Pinball FX on PlayStation 5 was 4 or 5 gigs. That install is available previously on the channel. I was very surprised to find it drop. It was either Friday or Saturday night, just gone. Out of nowhere, I read a comment online that the game had been released. So, there we go, 5.87 gigabytes, I can tell you, for Pinball FX. As I said, it's not even a week old at this point. A few days old. I've played it on the PlayStation 5 and absolutely loved it. I've also played it on the PlayStation 4 and can confirm it's great there as well. And I'm very keen on the Xbox of particular note to check out, what do they call this one? The Elite Series 2. The Elite Series 2, I've got the back panels there. And they, of course, for me, I override left stick in and right stick in as the top two bumpers. And then LB and RB are the big bottom two bumpers, which means in Pinball FX, I can hit the bottom triggers to flick the paddles on the side of the machine and go up. Basically, for my old arthritic hands, it's an absolute godsend. I cannot wait to go hands-on for the Xbox Series X version of this game that I know I already love from back in the day playing Zen Pinball on the PlayStation Vita. A lot of hours put in there. Can confirm it's awesome on the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. So I am very excited to play it on the Xbox Series X. And of course, tonight on the Gaming Enforcement Agency right here on Geek Aloud, 8 p.m. live stream. Come along. We will be discussing all the games we've played this week. Look up the top row. You can see Atomic Heart, Shadow Warrior 3, and of course, Pinball FX. Our full hands-on impressions, including the gameplay, tonight at 8. And I say we, of course, I mean myself, Unky Dunky, and Bully are the three hosts of the Gaming Enforcement Agency. It'll be our pleasure to take you through our gaming week this week. We, of course, cover off the news, and then it's everyone's favourite segment, the standoff. That's right, we put the best of video gaming up against the other best of video gaming, and with help from the audience, which could be you in that live there YouTube chat, help us select a winner for the standoff each and every week. This is your official invitation. Come on by tonight, 8 p.m, and check out the Gaming Enforcement Agency. It would be great to have you there. But for now, let's install Pinball FX right here, Xbox Series X on Geek Aloud. Installed Pinball FX right here, youtube.com/Geek Aloud. Let's boot it on up and have a look at the goodness of Pinball FX running natively onto an Xbox Series X. My coffee's all the way over there. I guess it'll just have to wait for us to get through this. What we're about to do is pop up, whoa, that's coming in HOT hot. We'll pop open the menu, have a look at any settings. If there's any recommendations I recommend, for changing, we'll get straight into that. And then, of course, we'll bounce on out to the dashboard and pull up the particulars and wrap up this Let's Install video. By the particulars, of course, I mean the current version number and the full and complete install size. The number we previously saw was, of course, the download size, which is different from the install size as there is some compression that takes place. All right, let's have a look here. What have we got? Stranger. No, let's skip that, shall we? I think I'm pretty comfortable with where we're heading. Let's go ahead, pull open the options menu, pull open the settings menu, and have a look here. Audio, standard fare, nothing there we need to change, except I will go down here and mute the licensed music, as there is a chance my my gameplay may end up on stream and I don't want the copyright strike. In the video settings, of all important note is performance mode. By default, it's at the 60 frames a second, so leave it right there. HDR, set it up for your settings. Don't copy mine, as I've got the studio lights in my face, and you don't want to match those settings. Motion blur, leave it off, absolutely. Ceramic apparition. Now, this is going to be controversial. I'm going to wind it all the way up to maximum. I like the look of it myself. Main menu moving camera, I reckon leave that on. It's nice. You can see it in the background there. Confirm those settings. Cross-play, leave that on for the tournament play. You want to do that. Score display, I like it. Maybe you don't want the distraction. Standard stuff here. Dot matrix color size, that's of course the pinball machine's like fake readout that appears by default in the top left. Look at that, dot matrix position, top left. That'll give you the in-game prompts for the table that comes free. I don't recall the name, but it's a Wild West shooter, and it tells you when to like draw your pistols and stuff. That all comes in the dot matrix screen. That's what that's referring to there. Enter initials, of course, at the end, the leaderboard chase. Controls, as we already said, the back paddles for me is going to be absolutely perfect. And then the language system defaults is all fine. So we'll go back to options there, and it's set up correctly. So we're good to play. We're not going to play it now because it's a let's install, obviously, not a let's play. But I will note this. Because we updated the settings for the ceramic apparition, we actually need to force quit it anyway. So if you make those display changes, you do need to come out here, hit the options button, and then hit quit for those changes to take effect. So make sure you do that. Oops, I was so close. Manage game add-ons. Here we go. Okay, so I can tell you, Pinball FX onto a Xbox Series X about 5 days post-launch. Currently, it is version number 1.0.1.620, and that is a full and complete install size of 6.9 gigabytes. Thank you very much for watching another Let's Install right here on Geek Aloud. Please come on back tonight for the Gaming Enforcement Agency, our weekly video game podcast right here on Geek Aloud. That's 8 p.m. this evening. Please come along. What else can you do with Geek Aloud? Like it, subscribe it, you'll never miss it. Oh, that was luck. Hey, that's something. Oh, look at him.
Two players play.
Old Uncle Donkey. Gee, Donkey.